Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to Season 2, Week 24 of the DC Sports Digest. Honestly, not the best week in DC sports, but there's one player on the Capitals who really changed that, so I'll get to that very soon. But without further ado, let's just get started. On to the Nationals, they have not been playing well. They lost the Phillies series, got one win on the last game, lost the Blue Jays series, got swept, and then lost the first game of the Diamondbacks series. So we're at a 1-6 record. The bullpen has just been terrible. Offense has been mediocre. Starting pitching has probably been the bright spot. It's been pretty solid, but you can't really doesn't really help when your offense doesn't wake up until the middle of the game, and the bullpen just blows it. So it's really unfortunate. I hope we can turn it around, but it's not looking so good. Fortunately, Mike Soroka, one of our starters, got injured. 15-day IL for him. We'll see what happens if they replace him. They called up Jackson Rutledge. I don't know if he's going to be in the bullpen or maybe replace him, but I don't know. Just to fill the spot is what they did for now, and we'll see what happens when they get to Soroka's spot in the pitching order rotation. And coming up this week, the D-backs series finishes. They have the series against the Dodgers, which is going to be very, very tough. They have had a very good start. And even the Marlins series, the Marlins have started pretty well this season. So it's going to be some tough games coming up, but hopefully we can at least get some more wins than just the one. That's all I got for the Nats. On to the Wizards, they also got one win this week. They beat the Kings. They lost to the Nets, Heat, and Magic. Shout out to Bub Carrington, got a career high 32 points against the Magic in like 37 minutes. That's really great to see. That's really all we're looking for at this point. It's just a couple more games left, 5 more games left, and we're second to last in the standings. I think Utah is 16-62, and we're 17-60. So honestly, as long as we're in that bottom 3, I think it's fine. It's been kind of obvious lately we're tanking. I've talked about it a lot, but it like just based on who's been playing a lot of minutes. Like Anthony Gill got 20 minutes the other night. Like that doesn't happen if you're not tanking. But it's whatever. I mean, the 5 or 10 more games we could have won is not going to make a difference at this point. So it's fine as long as we can get a top pick this draft. So we'll see what happens in these last 5 games. Coming up, we have 4 of them this week. We have the Celtics, Pacers, 76ers, and the Bulls. And that's all I got for the Wizards. On to the Caps. Obviously, you had the huge bright spot with Ovechkin. I'll get to that soon. But the rest of the week wasn't the greatest. We did beat the Bruins and the Blackhawks, but we lost pretty badly to the Sabres and Hurricanes. Alexei Protas hit 30 goals, so congrats to him. Unfortunately, he was injured yesterday against the Blackhawks. Hopefully, he'll be back soon. And Logan Thompson was injured against the Hurricanes. Hopefully, he'll be back soon. He'll definitely be needed. Hopefully, he can get healthy before the playoffs because we would really need him. And also, we had Ryan Leonard make his debut after finishing off Boston College lost in the college hockey playoffs. So he made his debut against the Bruins, had some big hits there, and scored his first goal in empty net against the Blackhawks. So congrats to him. It is great to see him. He has been long way at our top prospects, and can't wait to see what he does in his whole career. And here's the big one. Ovechkin ties Gretzky. He is 1 goal away from the record. It was crazy at Capital Arena from when I was watching the game. He had a lot of chances to even just finish it off and get a hat trick. Like it would have been crazy to see him get a hat trick and just beat the record, but it was still insane. He got 2 goals last night against the Blackhawks. Got a few others this week. So that was great to see, and yeah, just an amazing moment that he got all the goals here. That he's so close to 895. Yeah, also Gretzky was there in attendance. That was great to see. Also had the local broadcast team there to announce it. That was great. And yeah, he's on pace to probably get it tomorrow against the Islanders. So you guys should probably go watch that. It's tomorrow at 12:30 against the Islanders. And yeah, we have that game, and then one more game against the Hurricanes next week. And that's all I got for the Caps. Good luck to Ovi. Hopefully he can break the record this week. On the Commanders, a few small news. They signed TJ Magura Biyanga, I think that's how you pronounce it, from the International Player Pathway Program. He's I think D lineman, 6'5", like over 300 pounds. So maybe some guy who could help stop the tush push potentially. But definitely a nice sign from the International Player Pathway. And speaking of that, there are owners meetings, and there are coaches in the past week, like meetings in Florida. They have. There's some rules changed and some rules that weren't changed. I think the biggest rule change and biggest rule that wasn't changed, the first one that was changed was overtime rules. Now overtime, each team gets both teams get possession like in the playoffs. So that's definitely a big change. I think it's the right change. they definitely would have changed our game against the Falcons that I went to. That would have been interesting to see, but I'm glad it didn't, and we were able to just score that on that first possession. But it'll be interesting to see what happens next year with that rule. And the other rule that was tabled for now is the tush push. As much as I hate the play and how annoying it is, I think I really like our stance on it. Dan Quinn and Adam Peters just said some stuff about like they're not focused on like getting a ban. They're like Dan Quinn was like he's focused on stopping it. Like it's just such a professional way of like handling it, and I think that's great. And then coming up, the draft starts April 24th. And I think they also have some off-season program. Maybe like their first day is like coming up before then, and yeah, after that they're going to be looking at like mini camps and stuff. So that's all I got for the Commanders. So stay tuned for all that coming up soon. Other DC sports news: DC United lost to Columbus. They have a game tonight in San Jose. Oh glory, DC lost to Los Angeles. Look at that shootout, like 54-44. That was a huge score. Didn't know you could get to that in rugby. That's cool, I guess. I got to watch some more games. They got a game today in Seattle. Like I said last week, the next Washington Spirit game is next week. And then DC Power lost to Dallas. They have their next game against Carolina. Finally, DC Defenders, they beat Birmingham. The defense shined in that game, and a great win for them. Their next game is tonight against Memphis. And now for my weekly awards. Of course, Player of the Week is going to Alex Ovechkin, tied Gretzky's goals record. He'll probably honestly get it next week when he hopefully breaks that record. But it still is crazy the pace he's on. 41 goals in like 50-something games because he was out like 15 games with an injury. He's still like third in goals with like 15 less games. So it's just great to see him still scoring at that pace at the age he's at right now. My team week's going to the DC Defenders. The defense, like I said, shined. They had 8 sacks, and they got the win versus Birmingham. So congrats to them. And that's all I got for this week. Sorry I've been kind of busy, but more mock drafts are coming out soon. Hopefully I'll get one out this week. But like I said, I definitely want to do one where I'm doing a trade back. So I will get that out soon. And then make sure to check out the Instagram as usual. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.